So what's up everyone? How you all doing today? And welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving head first into the visually stunning world of Blue Protocol. And if you've been in the MMORPG scene, then you must know this game has been without orders of players, right? Because it promises that true anime MMORPG experience. And after my initial hours of playing the game, getting to around level 25, in about roughly 3 to 4 hours or so, I'm going to give you guys my honest, unfiltered opinion. My honest, unfiltered first impression of the game. And yeah, so now I've seen many gameplays, right? I've seen gameplays from a few public creators already. I've seen the hype. I'm not sure it prepares you for jumping to an MMO for the very first time, right? So yeah, is this the new anime adventure we're all waiting for? Or is it going to shake up the genre? Or is it another solid but familiar entry? Stick around, we're going to be breaking down every single thing from the character questions to the world, combat, exploration, and yes, even loading screen. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off. It's arguably one of the most important first steps in any anime RPG, character creation. In fact, any RPG itself, character creation, right? And let me tell you, because of all new this thing down to it, get hooked, right? So the initial loading screen isn't really so a lot, it's just pretty standard, right? It's not so bad, not so good also, so but just it's alright, I guess. Yeah, but the character creation itself is absolutely diverse. On the promise of actually letting you create your own anime persona, right? I mean, you guys can see that my character is now just middle aged, the white headed dread, that character. It's kind of markings on his face and all that. Yeah, yeah, you can go as wild as you want to out here, or something wacky. You got it. Something cool, having something a bit awkward looking. You also have that also too. Yeah, you can basically go as broad as you can. You can get based on sliders over there. You have this and that. You have all that. You have your sliders for your hair, for your body type, for your eye, your iris, and you can even have different colored eyes, right? Now, uh, moving on, right? I can't really speak on the female character creation because I don't do female characters in games like this, right? I usually focus on male characters because I'm a guy basically. And most people, I don't know, just a preference in my opinion, right? But yeah, so I don't really know much about the female characters or what sliders and those over there, but this is my own experience from making a new character, right? And the aesthetics are honestly quite impressive. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Now, after spending a good chunk of my time on the character creation, because let's be honest, who doesn't spend time on character creation? I mean, I actually spent about 30 minutes. Sadly, I don't have the video for that over here, but then again, maybe if I create a new profile, I can actually do that, and we all will see how it goes. But yeah, you basically get dominance in the world of character creation, right? And this is where we hit our first slightly less stellar point. Deeply cinematics. Honestly, I didn't focus so much on the what's it called on the gameplay or sorry, I didn't focus so much on the storyline of the game because I already saw a sneak peek from streams back in like a few days ago, I guess. So doesn't it did did not really appeal to me, right? It doesn't really appeal to me. So my focus on this what's it called impressions from the world itself, gameplay, cinematics, and sorry, not cinematics, the world, the aesthetics, vibrancy, the monsters, combats, movement, and all that. Yeah. From what I remember actually, what I experienced early on, it's pretty much your common trope, right? Your character loses their memory, gets hit by a by you're thrust into some grand adventure. You know the drill, just your typical MMORPG stuff, right? Now it feels, if okay, it feels for lack of a better word, generic, not outstanding. It's not gripping right off out of the gate. If for a first time player hooking for you in a narrative hook, it might feel a bit flat for you and empty. But that isn't to say that the game is outrightly bad, right? Now, uh, many MMORPGs, right, tend to do later on, like along the line, the stories kind of gets better along the line. Who knows? Maybe Blue Protocol actually have a better storyline as it progresses. Can't really tell. What's in the early game for now? The game just released like a few days ago, so this is just like first couple of 100 hours into the game. That's really so. We don't know what I can really see for now. So what exactly is Blue Protocol? Really, in its first few hours, it's a bit of a niche game, and I see that in the best possible way. It's an MMO, but it's not going to appeal to every MMO fan out there. That's just in the street. They might try it, yes, but many will stick to their typical MMORPGs like Guild Wars 2, WoW, Final Fantasy, or other school online. However, for those looking for a specific kind of experience, the feeling of a grand adventure, sense of life vibe, the deep connection, and that's undeniable and that undeniable and is feeling, right? You absolutely feel at home over here. Nobody's called leans into the anime identity perfectly, and you truly feel like you're starring in your own anime series. Now, the world, the combat, and every single thing about it just screams anime. It even has this hand holding feature, right, which is adorable for couples. I really enjoy that also. So you can post same class folks, so you can really blame me. So just forget about that. It is primarily a PvE game, no PvP, nothing like that, no open world PvP, no build walls. So PvE fans will find this very, very attractive. And for those of you like me who appreciate a good aesthetics, prepare yourself. It's quite nice actually. And the game features a gacha system for cosmetics, which will definitely appeal to gacha game enthusiasts and fashion frenzy MMO players alike, right? Now, that's it to say that I mean we don't really know if there's going to be pay to win feature right now. I mean, some are saying that there are pay to win features, but then again, who can really tell? You can just know into that. And the deal said that there won't be any pay to win feature apart from what you call from like a few stuff like getting passes for dungeons and all that. But yeah, can we say about that? Now let's talk about the actual gameplay loop and project and progression. The early game is pretty straightforward. You're heading out, killing a few monsters, fighting with some basic enemies. Your standard MMO questing fare. Just your basic bread and butter of MMORPG, right? Now, in my first couple of hours away from level 125, which was pretty fast, I guess. Not so fast. And that's typical for most MMORPGs at launch. The max level is around level 60, so I expect that progression curve to slow down considerably after a while as you get closer to level 60. Now, the game also throws you into dungeons relatively early on. So, now a huge plus for me was the tutorial experience. It was concise, so just straight to the point. It didn't feel like holding hands necessarily an excessive explanation of the game itself. So, it was just simple and straight to the point. So, yeah, plus on that. Now, this leads me to another pretty standard feature. It's movement mechanics. Now, Blue Protocol progress basically you basically progress as you progress, right? You unlock a full array of traversal options. You start with a single jump, then a double jump by pressing spacebar twice. Then you unlock triple jump, then a quad jump also. So you can also change that into more advanced form of movement as you progress in your game, right? That makes traversal way easy. So you can attack while jumping. You can't link your jumping into an attack. It's just purely for traversal, nothing for attacking and all that. And that is pretty damn sad. Very very annoying. Protocol. Very freaking annoying. I see you guys over there in your offices. Uh, please try and fix it. Honestly, please. So yeah, let's talk about the world itself. Visually, it is everything you'd expect from a high quality anime game. It has that distinct anime aesthetics, right? Vibrant colors, you have a lush environment, and a blend of magic with some intriguing mechanical elements like giant robots moving in the distance. The sound design is also what you expect from a typical fantasy and anime or medieval fantasy setting, right? And it really fits the theme properly. During my initial house, several locations really stood out. The pristine beaches, the sprawling mountain ranges, and the bustling main city. Honestly, they look refreshing and they are really nice to look at. Incredibly aesthetically pleasing. Not twist. Alright. Now, the world feels alive in some aspects. There are tons of players running around, which is always a good sign for an MMORPG, right? And NPCs generally look normal and fit into the environment. However, the wildlife doesn't really feel. Sorry, the wildlife feels a bit sparse. You have the mob out there and this and that. Your normal enemies you kill, the world bosses, normal bosses, and all that. But it doesn't really feel like it is actually teaming with life in any way, like animals or other forms of creatures out there. Because it feels kind of empty to be fair, honestly. Now to address the elephant in the room, including screen between zones. Honestly, this is getting out. Unlike games like Tron and Liberty, I have the seamless travel, right, where you can just go like instantly from the what's it called, from starting town to any region or place without any loading screen at all. Blue protocol has this distinct loading screen between zones. So as a transition from a smaller area to a larger area, you have loading screen. That's honestly it kills the fun a bit. But this is not a deal breaker in and of itself, right? But it does make the world feel a bit more segmented and restricted rather than one fast unbroken expand. Now, while the areas themselves feel vast when you're in them, this transition actually pulls you out of the immersion and makes the world feel less cohesive than it could be. Now, onto the bread and butter of every MMORPG out there, combat. Blue Protocol is an action-oriented combat system which I personally prefer, honestly, and it is not a tap target. I should like really tap target combat. Forgive me for you guys that actually have that as a niche, but that's not for me at all. Yeah, you actually have to aim. You have to aim at what you call at your characters as a try enemy basically, and you have to dodge by yourself, not like press this and that. And it's technically just pure action, right? However, this is not one thing that some skills do lock in animation, and it can be a double-edged sword. So you can either be stuck in animation and get hit, or you. I mean, obviously there are trade-offs to it also. But then again, it's not so much of a downside, but you must have to be very very strategical about it. So the abilities and skills generally feel decent in terms of impact. Visuals, I'll give them a 7 out of 10. They're not actually mind blowing, but they're solid and fit the anime style very, very well. Sound effects are also decent. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's alright, alright, it's alright. Compelling, honestly, the visuals are very, very compelling. Well, it's your typical kind of combat system for games in this genre and meets the expectation, but doesn't really uh, do it that specially, right? Now, in terms of difficulty, the early game combat wasn't overly challenging, but it was completely it was completely brain dead either. I mean, it has a semblance of difficulty, not so challenging, but not so brain dead, just somewhere in between, like that. So yeah, a clear example was if you sorry, a clear example is basically if you wander into a zone that you had a level, right? I mean, for example, I was level 20 something and I wandered into a zone for level 30, 35 ish, and I met kind of enemies, right? I mean, I could kill them with a bit of time, but when they were more than one at the points, I ended up dying, and yeah, it wasn't really fun at all. But yeah, that actually makes you feel that makes you feel that yeah, it's actually semblance of difficulty to it when you are on the level and on the geared. Yeah. Now for my class, I chose Stormblade. It's a mini DPS class, right? Basically, the normal up close and personal fighting, fighter kind of thing. And then you have this lightning abilities and all that. It's very much damage oriented. With the same balance between stamina, defense, attack power, and mobility, right? Now, honestly, if I'm actually going with the Ranger class, or I was like, you know what, let me just try this out first of all before I the Ranger class, right? I don't do tanks, unfortunately. I mean, I could try out the tank class, right? Or a mage class, but you see that healers are not for me at all. Honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, healers are the important team of every team. You need your DPS, you need your healer, you need tank, you need your support. But healers, that's for me. They're not standing at all. So the movements already, I'm talking but let's work it all together for exploration specifically. For me, exploration in protocol was generally one of the best part of the game, and this is very, very engaging, honestly. Even the new movement mechanics you unlock and the accessibility pleasing world design, you feel genuinely compelled to actually wander off in this beating down kind of world and all that. Yeah. And your effort actually rewarded because there are hidden chests all around the world that you can discover and just get some nice clothes from them, right? And get some nice clothes from them and some items and all that. And yeah, there are secrets that you might be able to discover from the game. I've not really explored, so I've not really explored or gotten to find any secret myself because I'm still pretty much in the early game, right? And the areas are actually vast in of themselves, and even if it's segmented, it's still quite vast. Now, so to quickly recap the main points, what I love, phenomenal character creation, right? The stunning and vibrant visual. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna leave it over here in the video just for fun of it. There are things I love. The phenomenal character creation, stunning, vibrant anime aesthetics of the world, character that's a hell of cool. Sorry, and the hell of cool, and the hella cool combats, right? I digress again. Honestly, they are very, very satisfying and engaging. And yeah, the mechanics and exploration are quite fun. The game is very, very true and really nails the anime feel to it. Now, the generic story, only character movement, cutscenes, and the weird working animation are kind of annoying. I just, the most annoying thing in the game is this: you cannot change the stupid ass voice option. Stop me while I look like a freaking middle-aged man and I have the voice of a teenager. Make it make sense. This is me. Fuck off. I have, no, no, I have. I literally look like a middle-aged man in his in his 20s, 30s, but my voice sounds like a damn 14, 15-year-old. Why? Why? Honestly, it's very, very annoying. Now, looking ahead, right, I actually hope for Blue Protocol to fix and pick up the storyline and to change that damn voice option, please. Add more classes to the game also too. A variety of mounts and diversity of enemies to the game also too, and expand the dungeon content. Honestly, this will make the experience much more rounded and just give it a more engaging long term feel so that players can actually enjoy the game more and stick around for the end game content and all that. And so they don't really lose players over time. Yeah. So after my first 25 levels and roughly 3 hours in Blue Protocol, what's my final verdict for the first impression? Honestly, try it out. The game is fun itself. The game is very, very fun, and it is it gives you this kind of feeling to it, this kind of fun, and not so overly stressful. I mean, it's, than me, so it's an anime MMORPG. You can just come from work, and just come and lay back and just fish or farm or do this and do that and all that. It's just something simple and not so stressful or taxing that feels like a job or a chore and all that, right? Now, for those seeking the adventure, honestly, you will really enjoy it. And if you're actually looking for slice of life options, anime oriented, and the aesthetics itself, this game is a very, very solid pick. I mean, it has its flaws, yes, but the sheer enjoyment I got from playing it was actually very, very nice. From character creation to the combat to the exploration, honestly, it is pretty solid. And for first impression, I'm giving Blue Protocol a 7.5 out of 10. Maybe a 7, 7.5, or 6.5 out of 10. So a 6.5 to a 7.5 out of 10. And I would 100% recommend giving it a try. Honestly, especially if you're an anime fan, try it out. It has a potential, it has a style, and most importantly, it's got the core fun factor that keeps you wanting more. Yeah. Uh, do tell me what your thoughts are on Blue Protocol if you actually end up trying it out yourself. And do not forget to hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and bring a friend of 10 or 100 or more. And just check out the other videos also to the IS10. And then I promise to upload more videos to the channel weekly. I literally just went back to school, right? And being in Nigeria, life is already constant, and network is also horrible too. So yeah, we have our downsides. It's really, really sad. It's quite sad. But we gotta make it work somehow. I will do my best to upload consistently. I'm not promising, but then again, I'll try to upload consistently. Because I'm also playing Fortnite in the background too. I'm playing Fortnite, upload to go, Blood Strike, and some other games. And maybe I'll make content around them also too, and just so if you guys actually enjoy that also too. But yeah, that's all for today, guys. Catch you all next time. Peace.